So hello guys. So this would just be my representation or presenting again my self-introduction which we did during our global project development class. So I've titled this slide as all about Mark or all about me and somewhat introducing to the class my background, my work and everything somewhat in between those. So again, my agenda is basing on what our professor has mentioned. Introduction, my current employment, work experience, education, my fields of interest on the subject or on our GPD1, and pictures to describe me. That's the last part. So starting off, so this is me during our trip. It was one of my previous Grand Prix events in Hong Kong. I think this was way back 2015. So I'm Mark Ayun. Also my Korean name here, somewhat like a translation of my first name without the R. And you can call me Mark for short. I'm Filipino. My hometown is in Iloilo City, Philippines, and I'm taking this course of Master of Urban Administration and Planning, or MUAP. And somewhat with the short background of me and my office. As you can see here, I am a project development officer, officer 1 per se, of the Iloilo City Office of the City Planning and Development Coordinator. And it's under an office of the Iloilo City LGU, or the local government unit. That's our city government as per se for Iloilo City, Philippines. And Iloilo City is located in the Western Visayas region. So we have three major, we can say like major areas like Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and we are located in the Western Visayas, or Region 6, as we say. So some of my work here involved, of course, assisting the implementation or the updating of our mandated plans. So the office, according to our Department of Interior and Local Government, has mandated to work on about 30 plans, and along with it also are some of the newly, let's say, you can call them as a newly introduced plans, which are still we are trying to develop, or some of them are also being updated in accordance to what the rules and guidance of various national government agencies. So I can see in the picture here, I'm reporting in one of the strategic planning and development workshop, which report are one of our outputs during the seminar workshop. Usually they would talk about take about 1 or 2 days to do so. And for the second one, this is another one of our workshop we attended. This is, I think, involving the updating of our solid waste management plan for Iloilo City, in which we decided to tackle certain chapters of the plan, wherein some of the data were being provided by the city environment and resources office, wherein including those garbage collection and the usual related data pertaining to that particular plan. And lastly, below here is our group photo, which we did our situational analysis in another strategic planning workshop, which is also in accordance to the development of our Iloilo City tourism plan. I think this was way back 2018. So it is now currently completed and still under some updating also, which we were adjust in the post-pandemic scenario. So that is one of my major works. So I'm basically handling somewhat all of the plans related under the environment sector, and also doing the comprehensive land use plan under, again, the sub chapters related to the environment sector. So next, we have here one of the previous jobs. I'll try to tackle each one of them during the year, but I presented is as one of my just job positions per se. I was not able to detail the write-ups, but let's just tackle it. Starting when I graduated from my college degree, in which I was from the University of San Agustin, where in the computer engineering, Bachelor of Science was somewhat popular at the time. So my first work was being a computer technician of a school that is the West Visayas State University College of Agriculture and Forestry in an outside town, like an outskirts of town from the city. So I was there working for about a year, and then I was then recommended to apply as a teacher, wherein I became an initial as a part-time teacher. I was teaching physics and also a few computer subjects, since I was also in charge of the computer lab at the moment. So it was also some of the basic subjects related to computer which I was able to teach at the time. And for after that, another year, I decided to come back to the city, wherein I applied to become a web developer before the freelance action per se, because it was then that the introduction of online or online support was done during those times. And so the company that I applied to was recommended by my friend were recruiting those web dev or webmaster at the correct term at the time. So after that, it took about 2 to 3 years before I resigned and decided to go freelance with my main client, having also an Australian client at the time, and doing also some tasks related to him. It was decided that freelancing would be the best choice there because of the difference in salary as compared to like employed under that certain outsourcing company. So we had that like the client is paying me directly for this task, and he's not paying any kind of maintenance tasks for the company to handle. So it was at the time going with about almost this one is a very somewhat a very long time. It was about 6 to 8 years, and then I was then able to apply for another company wherein I became an online marketer for their call center business, and also handling some support in the back end. And then that after that, like about a year, which I still having my freelance web developer tasks sideline, I was given the opportunity to apply to the government through endorsement and also a recommendation to apply to the city planning office, in which I started working there at way back 2017, and it's actually my 7th year already as part of that office and being a government servant. So that are some up of my previous occupation. And my education, graduated first again with the first job as mentioned. It was way back BS Computer Engineering in 2005. So this is a 5-year course for us. So this is from the University of San Agustin. As you can see here, this is the school. It's the look of the school now. The statue there was not there yet during our time, but it's still a very good educational institution for us to learn our course. And then later on, while being employed to the List government, I was advised to take also this diploma in urban energy planning to make myself more familiar with the task and what our office does in the terms of urban planning and development. So I applied to this one, or I mean enrolled, and it took like it was the second semester of 2017 up to the first semester of 2018. That is about 4 semesters in total. That is at the University of the Philippines, Visayas Graduate School program, since they are the one that part of their school that is handling this kind of program, diploma, and also some of the Masteral course. So you can see our pic when our graduation picture after we graduated way back, and this is what around late 2018. And for fields of interest, we have mentioned the professor that we have to have five fields with ranking in particular. So I can see here that going well with the first of transport planning, since what got me interested here is on how we can improve our public transportation in the city, and also in accordance with that, the active transportation such as that for pedestrians and cycling. So I think this one would have me interested to learn on this one, which we can also apply to our city. And in accordance with that, we had the improvement of transport and active transportation. Of course, infrastructure development would be the best option here, since that if the infrastructure support of this kind of route is very much alive, you can see that people behavior would also align and use these infrastructures to their benefits. So this is the second field that is somewhat also connected to this one. And next is these two, the urban regeneration and the green infrastructure, since again they are interconnected. With this kind of urban regeneration, wherein we're not only supporting active transportation but also having public spaces redeveloped to accommodate more of the people or the inhabitants rather than cars. This would be also important, as well as aligning green infrastructure, wherein development of environment friendly and aligned also to mitigating climate change effects with the green infrastructure is also important as a kind of field to add into these previous topics mentioned. And last but not least is smart city development, where having to be a smart city and a smart citizens would also help with having to be citizen aligned and not that, and also going well with infrastructure, green infrastructure, and urban regeneration per se. So that is the 5 field of interest that I mentioned. I hope that we can be that good topic that I can learn from this class, and also having to take note of these important aspects of each of these fields or topics. And I think this is the final slide. Peter described me, I'm not really sure but why. But here I'm also having to be Magic the Gathering judge and also a player for this kind of trading card game hobby. So you can see here that I am kind of sorting these cards because I'm doing a deck check, as one of the tasks of being a Magic judge is to do the deck check of your players to make sure that the deck they listed for the deck registration is correct line to the actual cards that they played during the course of the tournament. So what we did is we're assigned here as a deck checker every event rounds. For example, if we have 7 rounds of gameplay, we deck check every second round, 4th round, 6th round, and that will also depend on the head judge and how it would be the kind of deck check routine that would have. And having also this hobby is being like inspired me to be more of a logical type of personality, because of being in a logic, as would explain the happening. It's make me more of a let's say a thankful kind of personality, and would like really have evidence to somewhat convinced me as to kind of the interest or topics that would recognize me or recognized or I can appreciate for that kind of matter. And the other one, which not to be a happy side, so this would be my serious side, and this is my happy side. Decided to just generate this one as kind of a singing cat because me myself is a really a cat person. Also love singing as one of my way to relax and somewhat uh, engage or socialize with friends through, let's say, a snoribang or singing in karaoke. So this is probably the two pictures that somewhat summarize my personality and being a serious guy for a logical person to a happy going and relaxing also. So I think that's pretty much for this presentation of self presentation for the Global Project Development Program. I do hope you like this video, like a representation of what we did during the class. And thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.